Cougars versus predators, how they compete and coexist. A complex web of interactions. The cougar, a master of its domain, is not alone in the wilderness. They share their landscapes with a variety of other powerful predators, creating a complex and often volatile web of competition and coexistence. Today, we venture into this dynamic world, examining the relationships cougars have with wolves, bears, and even humans, and how these interactions shape their very lives and survival in a world that is both challenging and intriguing. This isn't just about who is at the top of the food chain. It's about understanding the delicate balance that exists in these wild places. The wolf challenge, direct competition. One of the cougar's most direct competitors is the wolf, another top predator that occupies many of the same territories. Wolves, with their highly organized pack hunting methods, often target similar prey animals such as deer, elk, and moose, creating a constant level of competition with the solitary cougar. While direct confrontations are relatively rare, these animals know each other's presence and their behavior is deeply influenced by that. Cougars tend to favor ambushes and single takedowns, whereas wolves hunt in packs and may overwhelm their prey, giving them a very different approach to survival. This interplay creates a delicate balance, and the constant awareness of one another shapes their very existence. Bears, a mix of competition and avoidance. Cougars also share their environment with bears, both black bears and grizzlies. These formidable creatures pose both a threat and a competition to cougars, but in a slightly different way than wolves do. While bears are omnivores and have a varied diet that extends beyond the prey that cheetahs target, they are both powerful apex predators, and as such, each needs to be aware of the presence of the other. While they have the capability to challenge one another, they tend to avoid direct conflict, and instead, they have developed a way to simply coexist with minimal conflict. It's about understanding each other's needs and allowing each other the space required to survive. The Bobcat Factor, smaller competitors and prey. While wolves and bears often challenge a cougar, there are smaller predators that also share these environments. Bobcats, for example, are often found in the same regions, and while they aren't direct competitors, they do add another layer of complexity to the mix. Bobcats are much smaller, and they tend to target smaller prey such as rabbits, rodents, and birds, whereas cougars are primarily focused on larger ungulates. This difference in their size and their choice of prey means that they can coexist without engaging in direct competition. They have both adapted to make the best of the same areas, but with a slightly different approach. The human impact, disruption, and conflict. The most complex and often most damaging interaction the cougar has is with humans. Our encroachment on their territory is having a deeply negative impact and is leading to direct conflict with these animals. Habitat loss, development, and even the presence of human settlements are all having a disruptive effect. While attacks on humans are relatively rare, the presence of our homes and our lives is pushing them into increasingly vulnerable positions, creating a complex relationship that can have incredibly negative consequences. We are a powerful force in their world, and it is a force that is far more destructive than any other they may face. Competition for prey, a limited resource. The competition for prey is often the driving factor behind most interactions between cougars and other predators. And this is a fight that is essential to the survival of them all. Deer, elk, moose, all of these are highly desirable and limited resources in the wild. And they are often the targets of the different predators we have discussed. All must find a way to stake their claim and to get what they need. The complexity of these interactions cannot be overlooked. It is through these relationships that nature is kept in balance, and that the very essence of survival is highlighted. Strategies for coexistence. Minimizing conflict. While there's a level of competition, cougars often utilize avoidance strategies to navigate the landscapes they share with other predators. By hunting at different times of the day, they can minimize the chance of an encounter. They rely heavily on their ability to sense the presence of others, and they are masters of stealth, choosing to move in ways that avoid a confrontation whenever possible. For these creatures, avoidance is often more beneficial than conflict, and it is this innate understanding that has helped them to survive. These strategies also extend to humans and demonstrate how we can take a role in reducing conflict. The importance of understanding and respect. The complex relationship between cougars and their fellow predators and humans highlights a critical need for understanding and respect. By gaining knowledge about their behavior, the challenges they face, and the ways they survive, we can find new ways to coexist with these creatures. It's about working together and about actively trying to understand how these unique creatures fit into our world. If we are able to achieve this, then we can go some way to ensuring their future. The knowledge we gather today will create the foundations for a more positive and sustainable relationship for all. A future of shared spaces. The story of the cougar, in relation to other predators and humans, is ultimately a story of interdependence and resilience. By striving to understand the complex dynamics of the natural world, we have the power to protect these animals and to build a future where they can all coexist for generations to come. It's time to embrace our role in this ecosystem, not as disruptors, but as partners in ensuring that these magnificent creatures continue to roam free and that they can thrive in a world that is safe for all.